think now we can start. In case someone else should be here, I guess they will join shortly. First of all, I want to say hello to everyone and welcome today. I'm very happy to see you all here on my screen. Let's hope that for the next event we will be able to finally meet in person, but we wanted to play it safe for everyone here, and that's why we decided to have this event online. But fingers crossed for the next one, we will actually be able to do something offline, because I know you all miss the events that you used to go to. I am Bianca Andacaloian. I am the digital marketing specialist at Vivo Romania. And here with me, I also have someone who would like to say hi to you, and this is our CEO, Eric Zhu.
Hello everyone, like Bianca just said, I can't wait to meet you all in person, especially now I'm in Bucharest as well. For those who don't know me yet, my name is Eric Zhu and I'm the president at Vivo Romania. I'm happy that you can accept our invitation and that you are curious to find out more about our new products on the market. I hope you will enjoy today the presentation, and I will be here to answer all your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. I will now get to business because we kind of have a busy agenda today. I would like to start with thanking you all for an amazing start in Europe and in Romania. It's only been 8 months that Vivo launched in Europe, and considering all the challenging times that we are living right now, it already feels much longer, not just 8 months. But yeah, we launched in Europe, and it's been only 8 months since our Vivo Go Live event, when we presented our European lineup following our distinctive visual language. And we have worked with great people along Europe, and we have received great feedback from the media as well. And for that, I want to thank you. Of course, while Vivo started its European journey in 6 markets, we started in October last year in France, Germany, UK, Italy, Poland, and Spain, following Romania in February with Czech Republic. And in May, we said hello and welcome to Austria and Serbia. We have to thank EMAG because during these challenging times, all the restrictions, shops closing earlier than expected and everything, we have managed to enter all their showrooms across the country and their online platform as well. And we are very grateful for that. Of course, we're grateful as well for this good start in Europe, and we know that we will continue to grow step by step according to our corporate culture, Fun Fun. Fun Fun is a term that stands for doing the right thing and doing it right. And how do we do that? Well, for us at Vivo, that means first and foremost to growing sustainably, offering customers products that meet our maximum potential, and that is design for humans and tech for joy. To deliver on this promise, more than 10,000 Vivo employees worldwide are engaged in research and development. That means around 70% of our employees. Our engineers and designers work in 10 research centers around the globe, and recently we also announced our new R&D campus. Their innovative spirit and passion have led to Vivo's recent very strong growth. In the first quarter of this year, Vivo was the market leader in Asia and among the top 5 global smartphone brands, according to Canalys. But what does this actually mean, being the first in Asia and among the top 5 globally? What does this mean translated into numbers? Well, today, over 400 million users in over 40 countries use Vivo smartphones. And in order to understand what our users really need, we need to understand who they really are. So we listened and we heard them. To more than 400 million users worldwide, images are at the heart of their daily communication. For them, photos and videos, that's their main means of expression and a strong source of inspiration. Therefore, our customers are not only users of phones, they are rather creative photographers. That's why at Vivo, we put the camera first. We are fully committed to innovate the best camera, the best smartphone camera for our users' needs. We have to empower them because each and one of them deserves the perfect shot. And that is our mission. But you might wonder, okay, what is the perfect shot? What is perfect? Because we are not. And this is not based on the definition that we have in the dictionary. The perfect shot is real, is raw, and it lies in the eye of each and one of us. The perfect shot can be, well, simply beautiful, like a sunset that you love. It can be cool, like a snapshot from your last holiday. It can be touching, like a spontaneous gesture of love. It can be different and let you take new perspectives. Why not? It can capture your passion and show that you have an eye for the extraordinary. It can be sweet, as only your pet can be, and perfectly ugly, as long as it's perfect to you. So this perfect shot, well, it's there for the funny moments and for the pretty ordinary ones. So we invite you all to give it a shot and make it perfect just for you. You see, the perfect shot can have a million meanings and appearances. It always depends on the person behind the camera, and it depends on you. And speaking of you, I want you to go back a bit in time. You for yourself will decide how long back in time, to those years when having a smartphone with great specs was kind of a posh thing. It wasn't accessible. You would have to either beg your parents or save a lot of money, work extra hours in order to be able to have that smartphone that the cool kids on the block had. Well, those times are over because Vivo saw that, listened to that, and is now delivering great phones at a reasonable price. And Yael here that I have is one of those lucky ones. I'm not sure if you see the next slide.
Not yet.
Okay, something happened. 1 second, I'm sorry. Okay, I think now you can see her.
Yes.
So Yael here, that I mentioned earlier, is one of the lucky ones. She's an entertainer, a Vivo user of the younger generation. And she just turned 18. She's a school student living with her parents. She loves gaming, photography, and esports. And her phone is basically a must to her. It's her extension of the hand. Messaging apps, photos, and videos, these are her primary means of communication. And just like her, well, a lot of her friends use social media as well. And for them, everything is about entertainment. And on Instagram, she's sharing her perfect shots. So we created our new Y72 for her. And this is our small surprise for today. Our new non-stop 5G product. This one empowers young entertainers like Yael to create their perfect shots at a reasonable price. But not only budget-wise is this phone perfect for her needs. As a passionate gamer, she spends 2-3 hours, maybe even more, playing Fortnite, for example, almost every day after school. And she enjoys being part of the community and even makes some important friendships there. And that is why the Y72 comes with the 5G, 8GB RAM and 128GB ROM, a 64 megapixel main camera, and a massive battery of 5,000 milliamperes. And she loves catching moments, the perfect moments. On weekends, she's always out with her friends at the lakes, at the malls, everywhere. And they play games together and hang out, stream music, taking pictures. And that's why the Vivo Y72 comes with the 64 megapixels main camera, the 8 megapixel super wide angle, 2 megapixel super macro, and the EIS ultra stable mode. Again, during the night, when she loves spending time outside with her friends, she has to pick up the phone when her parents call her home. And for that, she needs the great battery that this phone is offering, as well as the camera that she can use during the night in order to take pictures with her friends. And that's why it has the super night mode, the super night selfie with 16 megapixel front camera, and the battery that I told you about with 5,000 milliamperes. So this is the phone that we created for entertainers and for people like her. And this phone will be available at EMAG with the retail recommended price of 1,699 lei. Now let's have one more look at the iOS perfect shot before moving on. We listened and we delivered the perfect phone for her. And we want to empower these 400 million creative photographers who use Vivo phones. And for her, Y72 is her perfect phone. But now let's look at a user that has completely different demands. The Vivo X series is aimed at extremely demanding and tech-savvy smartphone photographers, just like him. I have here Victor, who is a pioneer. He is adventurous, open-minded, and smart. He is 35 and currently working in the advertising industry, living with his girlfriend in the city, but they both love spending time in the nature. He's very interested in culture and art, and that inspired his photography. He's not that much into social media. He's not interested in sharing his work with the public. His perfect shots are mainly dedicated to himself and, of course, to his loved ones, like family and friends and maybe colleagues. Why not? So for him, we thought, okay, how can we provide Victor with the best smartphone camera for his needs? As an expert for smartphone camera technology and innovation, we partnered with one of the most renowned brands in optics and engineering, and that is Zeiss. Together with Zeiss, we engaged in a long-term strategic partnership, sharing a bold vision to empower creativity for the perfect shot.
Zeiss has been committed to innovation in optical technology for 175 years. Let mankind record the great moments of the time. Focus on the image experience with a global horizon. Today, Vivo and Zeiss team up. Provide consumers with professional and easy-to-use imaging products. Enable more creativity.
So who is Zeiss? Zeiss is a pioneer in optical technology. And Zeiss is not only into photography. Next to consumer markets, they are also very successful in the semiconductor manufacturing technology, industrial quality, and research and medical technology. Actually, Vivo and Zeiss have a lot in common, but I will pass to Sebastian here, who is the head of category management and marketing at Zeiss, and he will explain that to you a bit better.
We at Zeiss are very happy that in a short time the first results of our global strategic partnership with Vivo will be available in the European market too. Our partnership with Vivo is based on joint R&D and a mutual understanding of consumer requirements in the field of mobile imaging. Both partners share the firm intention to collaborate closely and contribute to the future of smart photography. The same day we announced our strategic partnership, we announced the establishment of the vivo Zeiss Imaging, our joint R&D. Here we bundle our innovation activities in order to combine the unique expertise of Zeiss in the field of optics, optoelectronics, imaging, and imaging systems, with vivo's expertise in smartphone technology, software, and system integration. Zeiss supports vivo in reaching highest quality levels in their flagship products, with the vivo Zeiss co-engineered imaging systems. Key elements are included in the joint development process, from optical design to quality and manufacturing standards and software. Vivo meets the prerequisites under which we at Zeiss establish such a partnership. These prerequisites include a joint ambition to fulfill highest quality standards, to strive for innovation with value add for customers and consumers, and last but not least, a fit of the brands. The core of the Zeiss brand is the promise to our customers to enable them to realize their ambitions. This strict focus on customer success is well corresponding with vivo's focus on consumer experience with its premium smartphones. We are convinced the results of the strategic imaging partnership will be appreciated by many millions of consumers worldwide. More is to come. With the vivo Zeiss Imaging Lab and our joint R&D activities, we work very intensively on filling the innovation pipeline. The launch of the vivo X60 Pro just marks the start of making the results of the vivo Zeiss global imaging collaboration available to consumers also in Europe.
Great. If you were here, I would have said thank you, Sebastian. Now, moving on. So, yeah, these are the three dimensions of our partnership: future, innovation, and creativity. And now the product that you've all been waiting for, I'm very happy to introduce the first innovation and result of this promising partnership: a smartphone that is tailored to the needs of more tech-savvy and professional photographers like Victor. The vivo X60 Pro, co-engineered with Zeiss. It's about photography redefined. Okay, great. So X60 Pro, what is it about? It's about professional photography, elegant design, and technological innovation. And these, in a phone, offer outstanding performance. So what is it about? Let's start with the camera, because that is the one that's helping us making great things and with that perfect shot. We have the Zeiss Variotessor optical system, the gimbal stabilization 2.0, the large aperture of 1.48, and the extreme night vision 2.0. So now we have professional equipment for Victor because he is into high-end photography. He's a technology enthusiast, and that's why he wants to rely on a professional camera system that supports him and gives him the inspiration that he's looking for. The X60 Pro imaging system, co-engineered with Zeiss, meets his requirements, these high requirements, perfectly. The X60 series has passed the Zeiss certification process, including requirements to be labeled with Zeiss optics. Marks such TESAR as results of intense collaboration of R&D, design, quality, and testing experts. It delivers exceptional imaging effects through excellent aberration control, better image quality, and less stray light, ghosting, and other image artifacts. I will pass again to someone from Zeiss. Now we have Dr. Ramona Ettig, who is head of mobile imaging, technology, and innovation, who will explain you a bit better about this.
Our clear promise is, when you buy technology mark with Zeiss brand, you get Zeiss. So how much Zeiss is in the vivo X60 series? Zeiss, with more than 130 years of mobile imaging experience, is deeply involved in the development of imaging systems. The co-engineered imaging system provides users with some key technologies from Zeiss consumer products, and of course has to meet Zeiss quality standards. Our partnership with the vivo and the assignment of the vivo Zeiss Imaging Lab is to bring high-performance imaging technology to smartphones and to develop mobile imaging technologies further, or to provide users with an excellent device to enjoy their creativity with their smartphones. The Tessa lens was originally developed by Zeiss optical designer Paul Vivo and patented in 1902 to combine a previously unattainable level of image sharpness with a compact design. Due to the small space given in a smartphone for a camera, the Tessa still is the archetype design for such small and powerful cameras. The Vivo X60 series are marked with the Vario Tessa sign. This is the Tessa-based zoom feature adapted for their state-of-the-art smartphone imaging system. You see, the technology labels you find on the vivo X60 Pro are much more than references of optical milestones or Zeiss technologies. They visualize that Zeiss technology for mobile imaging is truly included in the imaging system, as well as our commitment to combine our unique optical expertise with vivo's capabilities to reach the next level in mobile imaging. Last but not least, the renowned Zeiss look plays its role in co-engineering the imaging system. The Biotar portrait style allows images of human faces, your friends, your family, yourself, with a legendary central resolution and the rotational bokeh the Biotar style is famous for. In total, the combination of Zeiss technologies for mobile imaging with vivo smartphone technology, software, and algorithm capabilities brings state-of-the-art imaging experience to users. And that's our main joint objective: create new, compelling opportunities for ambitious consumers who want to enjoy mobile imaging on a new level.
Thank you, Ramona. So yeah, the X60 Pro relies on a professional imaging system. The Zeiss Vario Tessa optical system is adapted for smartphone imaging. It is fine-tuned for enhanced image quality, and it meets the Zeiss quality high standards. The Zeiss Biotar portrait style that Ramona mentioned earlier, well, Biotar is a legendary Zeiss lens. Its original design can be traced back to the last century. In the decades since its appearance, it has been admired by professional photographers and photography enthusiasts from all over the world. The outstanding feature of this lens is that while the main subject is clear, the out-of-focus bokeh presents a vortex, an eye-catching and dreamlike surreal portrait photography effect. By reconstructing the spatial depth and bokeh model, the X60 series has reproduced the Biotar swirly bokeh effect of the Biotar lens. Okay, so what about when you're on the move? The perfect shot is timeless. It lasts in our memory, but at the same time, it is born in a tiny moment that you really want to share with your loved ones. So what do you do when they're not there with you? Well, for this, I would like you to take a minute and let's practice something. Not sports, not now, not physics or math or anything else. I want you to practice your imagination and visualize this. I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you are on a boat. The atmosphere is fantastic, the air is salty, you can feel the waves, and you're trying not to get seasick because of it. You just love it anyways. Now, a quick change of scenery. You're on a bike, climbing one of the coolest mountains in Romania, and you get to the top, and there's this amazing, amazing view. But you kind of need to take a step back for this in order not to fall and not to get a big, big headache. You again remember your loved ones who are not there, and you want to share these amazing feelings, these unique feelings with them. How can you do it? Well, by using your phone. And you also want to convince them to come with you next time, and you can't tell them that you've been seasick or that you're afraid of heights, and they can't see that movement, that shaking on your phone, otherwise they will not come with you. So that is why Vivo, for the first time, they introduced the gimbal system in a phone. And they did it for the first time last year with the X51, when they introduced the gimbal stabilized imaging system. Today, mainstream stabilization solutions in the industry, you all know it, OIS and EIS. OIS can achieve plane movement, and the anti-shake angle conversion is around ±1 degree. EIS works by using algorithms to crop the frame without physical stabilization, leading to frame loss and quality reduction. Well, Vivo's gimbal camera system uses a special shaped magnetic frame, which implements the gimbal system into a phone. In the intersecting structure with dual ball bearings, two pairs of balls cooperate with a cross stand to make the gimbal achieve flexible two-axis rotation on the X and Y axis, with the gimbal using mechanical movement compensation to ensure three-dimensional stabilization. The gimbal camera's anti-shake angle reaches maximum ±3 degrees, or that's around 300% of conventional OIS. For the new one, thanks to the improvement of the gimbal 4-axis stabilization, the 5-axis stabilization for videos has been further improved. And with the additional EIS technology and Z-axis rotation stabilization, the camera can realize 5-axis ultra-stable video, allowing users to take stable, clear, and smooth videos in sports scenes with ease. And that's why we have the Pro Sports mode that offers perfect support where subject and the photographer are moving at the same time. This is for clear images even when the subject or the photographer are moving, because you have optimized focus, shutter, and anti-shake. And the gimbal camera is working with focus tracking, motion detection, and blur processing algorithm. It has enhanced clarity of moving objects and improved smear blur. But now I want you to see this for yourself, that with the features that X60 Pro can compete with, it's easily to compare it with an action camera. And I invite you to watch this video now. I love this video. I swear that jumping off a plane is one of my things on the bucket list, and now I can't wait to take this phone with me. I'll get the coolest video ever. Okay, so what else can we do with the gimbal? Well, it comes with further benefits, because we thought, okay, what else can we do with movable optics? And we came with this, with Pixel Shift Ultra HD imaging. Say bye-bye to those inaccurate colors, subjects looking off color because the sensor physically moves to collect more information. It neutralizes the guesswork to render two true colors. The red that you see in real life are red on your phone as well now. It's not pink, it's not, I don't know, burgundy or whatever. It has true colors on it. We also can get the perfect shot at night. You no longer have to wait for the perfect time of the day, that Instagram famous golden hour, because yeah, the night bears so many beautiful scenes, and at the same time it does poses huge challenges. The vivo X51 has been praised for its night shot capabilities, and with X60 Pro we set the bar even higher. The vivo X60 Pro features Extreme Night Vision 2.0. On the hardware side, this is enabled by the largest aperture in the smartphone industry. On the software side, it is enabled by the AI high precision noise reduction algorithm. So you can get the best photos at night as well because of this aperture. Let's have a look at the 1.48 aperture for great low light clarity. It takes 60 more light than in our X51. The aperture allows for more light at the same shutter speed. And in order to properly process this amount of light and details, we needed a highly precise lens alignment. So we introduced the active optical alignment assembly process. For this, the lenses are divided in two groups of 6 plus 1 lens, and then they're precisely aligned. This allows to precisely adjust and control the coaxiality, tilt angle, and spacing between the components. So you can take with the Super Night portrait mode for backlit photos and with the 13 megapixels portrait camera, clearer and more delicate night shots because it brightens the subject while not overexposing the background, and the portrait person and the background as well. Well, both of these are clearly pictured. We also have the Super Panorama mode with Panorama HDR mode, because this new HDR algorithm significantly increases the dynamic range for professional quality panoramic shots. It improves brightness and purity of panoramic splices in low light scenes for a stunning panoramic night scene. And you can also, with the long exposure mode, take great pictures of videos of those fireworks that most of the time, well, they look the same, but they give you goosebumps and you enjoy them every time you see the fireworks. Okay, so now let's get to the design part, because the high demand on technology goes hand in hand with a high aesthetic demand. And a high quality phone, a product, should also look and feel high quality. And the phone should match this chosen taste. And for people like Victor before, well, they inspired the very special and high-class design of vivo X60 Pro. Starting with the backside and its organic look, we have the colors Midnight Black and Shimmer Blue with an anti-glare glass with satin finish on the backside. And speaking of the front side, we have the organic haptic with the shot sensation up display. It's sleek and smooth. The Midnight Black has 7.59 millimeters, that's how thin it is, and the Shimmer Blue one is 7.69. You might wonder why the difference. Well, it's a small difference, obviously, but in order to achieve the visual effect of the Shimmer Blue, this one, the ink and the coating used in this version are a bit increased compared to Midnight Black, so that's why the thickness and the weight are slightly increased, but you can't tell. The X60 Pro is featuring two signature design elements that are successful designs from the X51, making vivo brand's design style even more unique. The first one is the dual-tone step camera module that creates an integrated camera design. And the second element is the new choker and its lovely bezel on top. It comes with a slimmer design and makes the device look sleeker overall. And to further enhance the signature vivo look, The X60 Pro comes with all-around narrow bezels, leading to a compact full-screen display. It's sleek and minimalist. And there's no doubt that Android is the gold standard in Europe. So why reinvent the wheel? We didn't want to do that, because our European devices have the same clean, minimalist approach based on the stock Android OS with a few little tweaks here and there that make the most out of our devices and services with our FunTouch OS. The X60 Pro also comes with Google mobile services and Android 11 straight out of the box with just essential apps installed, and we will be offering our customers 3 years of major Android OS upgrades and security updates to make sure that they get the best out of their smartphone experience. And speaking of this experience, people like Victor, who have very high standards for their technical equipment, well, their pictures are characterized by the highest quality, and they expect flawless performance from this smartphone, and because this is what helps them get the best out of their ideas. The flagship Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 processor beats the previous 865 processors on all fronts, including a boost of 10% in both CPU and GPU performance. It supports dual mode 5G to keep you connected with the 5G world all day long. And with the extended RAM technology, a 12GB X60 Pro can effectively have 15GB RAM, so you can enjoy the freedom of running multiple apps at a faster speed. Optimizing users' sensory experience, the Vivo X60 series features a 120Hz refresh rate and a 240Hz response rate running on an edge-to-edge AMOLED display. The industry-leading 120Hz refresh rate allows for effortless scrolling and viewing, while the 240Hz response rate induces an ultra-responsive rate and touchscreen to optimize user performance in gaming or occupational activities. To sum it up, the X60 Pro is a true flagship device with a 48 megapixel rear camera featuring the largest aperture in the smartphone industry and a 32 megapixels front camera. Thanks to the amazing gimbal stabilization 2.0, the X60 Pro offers superior stabilization and greater clarity of colors and moving objects. It is strong in performance and display with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 and a 6.56 inches flexible screen. The screen-to-body ratio is 97.7%, and it offers a great organic haptic with AG glass and satin finish. I want to have one last look at Victor's perfect shot. I want to climb the mountain now. You might wonder, I know you're wondering, okay, when it will be available. When from this afternoon, well, it's almost 12 now, yeah, you'll be able to pre-order it at EMAG with the retail recommended price of 3,799 lei. So now I invite you all to try it, test it, see for yourself how amazing these features are, and yeah, just get to us back later and tell us your feedback. Thank you again for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and now we're all ready for your questions because I'm sure you have a lot of them. So let's start.